at once.
All right. I was going to wait a minute or two, but we just said some really cool stuff. So I popped on the recording now. Well, thank you so much, Trey. I appreciate that. That's monumental. But I will tell everybody what we just did since I just started the recording is that Trey had given me the idea, and maybe Trey, I'm not sure if you posted anywhere else yet, but for a VIP group or anyone that you want to, you just message them, have you heard the crazy new thing I'm doing? And when they say what, then what Trey was answering was, one, you could say about the new express parties, or two, it could be about taste buds and how she is, when somebody subscribes for 1 month as a trial, that she is, I forget what she said she was doing for them. I think did she say she gave them
I'm giving them the new, one of the new meal kits. Either I'm sending them the chili packet or I'm doing the Tuscan chicken packet, which I think most people will probably be excited to try the Tuscan chicken because that's like super different.
Yeah,
you know.
Truly. So I love that idea. And as you know, I just asked Trey to put it in the chat so that we can all copy it and keep on using it. Hey, hi, Sochi. Glad you could join us.
Hello.
And so we're just starting up our call and talking about what's new. And if there is anything new, I did try something that Tracy suggested, and that was to post out to people, hey, have you heard the crazy new thing I'm doing? I'm not going to repeat it again, but it's it'll be in the Moving On Up chat. And I am just thrilled because there is a lot going on. If we don't have new recruits, then we're making reach outs, and if we're getting told no, you know what? Isn't that great that you're able to put a check mark through the no box? Right? I hope you're all keeping track.
Something that I wanted to encourage everybody to do is I know you've probably seen on TikTok or Instagram or even on Facebook, the like how it all got started. You see those like, oh, here's how it started and here's where we are now. It would be kind of fun to do something like that with your business. Like go back and think about why you started and share a little video. Say, I know that you've all asked me, how did you get started? And just say it like that. Even if it's just me and mom that are asking that you're doing the video for us team members, we're part of your audience and we want to know like what made you start? Have you ever shared a video like that, guys?
So she just did. Question.
Yeah.
Actually, Sophie just did. Hers was a 2-parter. Why she joined and then why she's still doing it, right, Sophie?
Yes, I did.
I think
and it was the one that was, if you didn't see it, it was in the PC test kitchen.
Yep, the weekend workshop last week, or well, not last week, week before that.
Now, I'm curious, did you share that on your personal page, in your VIP, on your business page?
No, I haven't yet, but I am going to.
Yes, let's do that. Let's rally around each other. And then in the chat, let us know when you do so we can come and comment on it. Because I know when I do videos and it's like, no one's leaving a comment, then I feel like, you don't want to be Eeyore or Charlie Brown feeling sad. So let us know when you share some of that stuff so we can come and watch it and get inspired by what you said. And then just do it. Even if you're tired, even if you're not wanting to do it, put your apron on, put your smile on, and just do it. Nike says that's the way to go. So I'm just going to buy into their motto too.
True. I just did 2 videos tonight and I was tired. I was like, but I got to do it.
Yep. I went live this afternoon with Scarlett and Asher, and I was not a part of my daily plan, but You know, I was on the Karen's leadership call at 2 and she's like, you know, we need to be going live more. And I'm like, yeah, it's been a second. I'm just going to jump on and do it. You know, only my arms were in the video and my voice. It's fine. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. So anybody else who has done a here's how I started or here's how I got started?
I think
I shared something. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead there.
I shared stuff like when we were doing conference. I like made a video every day of conference and posted stuff. But I was thinking on doing like a video series where it's like in the life of a Pampered Chef consultant. So every day I like sit down and make a video and I'm like, well, every day I got to do my 10 contacts and this is what I'm doing. And this is kind of just so people can be like, oh, that's what it's like to do that. And then I'll be like, oh, I could do that. And it's like, you can, so you should join my team.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. Have you ever thought about different platforms than Facebook? Maybe if your followers aren't on Facebook, try navigating to a different platform. Try hanging out on Instagram for a second. Try doing some reels. I know I'm experimenting on TikTok because, you know, the younger generation is there. So I'm trying to capture some of those folks. I don't know if I'm not seeing any results yet, but I know it's just about creating a following. So just throwing that out there to you guys too. And I am super duper excited because on Wednesday, I know I'm in here promoting my other training on Wednesday, but I'm so excited because my friend is going to be teaching us how to organize our Facebook. She utilizes different lists and different things that I don't do. So I can't wait to hear from her. And then of course I'm going to be speaking on social media stuff, but come because it's going to be like freaking amazing. The way that she was telling me how she's organizing things so that she knows where to search for stuff. I think she's like, it's so simple. I'm like, yeah, well, I've never done it. So I had to give a shout out promo for our Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, half an hour, jumpstart your fall. I think it's going to be super fun and it's going to be the night before I leave for the trip. So even more pumped.
So you know what, make sure to, and I know you will, but really shout out about that on our PC on staff role and our moving up. You know, there's more that are on moving up that are on tonight right now.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a live either after this video or tomorrow morning. You know, I do feel like we do need a lot more reminders. We're inundated with information, and if you think that you're inundated with information, think of everybody that we're trying to reach. It's the same thing. So Kathy, Steve, have you guys made you know, why I started with Pampered Chef or here's how it all began or something like that kind of video? I'm sure people would love to hear why you started, Kathy.
I was gonna say not yet, but I like that how it all started video. I think that would be kind of neat. I would start out with my tiny little kit and then say, look at this.
Yes. Oh, I love that idea. And because you can do one of those, here's how it all started and here's where it led to. You know, you can do a 2-part series like Soshi mentioned she did, which I think a series is a great idea. And Leah, I love your series idea. Because then that's like getting them to tune back into something like, oh, I wonder what that next thing was. I mean, I know when I'm scrolling on TikTok or Instagram when it says part 2, I'm like, well, shoot, where was part 1? I gotta go back and listen to the part 1 as well.
Truly.
Mom, have you done a video?
Well, I did it, like I said, on the workshop. I just haven't posted it on, you know.
This is a hot time to be recruiting. You know, all these people that don't know about our rebate. I mean, I'm going to send out another email, another text message. I know that Pampered Chef is doing it, but again, when was the last time you checked your email? I don't know, like 6 days ago if you're like me.
Oh, no, I check it every morning.
Oh, I check it every like hour.
Okay, well maybe
and then people have, some of them have us in there. I call it their spam junk email. You know, the one we all give people when we really just want to have an email that we give folks, but you know you're never gonna look at it. So I like the idea of sending out text emails or text messages, because you get those.
Yep. You are so right, Soshi. So who is going to do that tomorrow? Because this moving up group is all about us reaching that next level in our Pampered Chef ladder, the next rung in the ladder. You know, you want to be a senior consultant, you want to be team lead, you want to be director, advanced director. I don't know what comes next. Another one till you're top of the food chain. I lose track. My eyes are only on the next prize, which is probably maybe good, maybe bad. I'm not really sure. But wherever your dreams are, we've got to add more people to our team in order to do that. And sharing content like this is going to be really beneficial. Sending text messages like that is going to be really great. And then Kathy, I think you said you met your last gal at a party. She was just a guest, right? Got to book those parties. It's
Yes.
how we meet people.
You know, I would love Kathy to explain a little bit more about Courtney.
Like more like how I
well,
talked to her.
How did you close the deal?
Well, didn't she say that she was on a party last year during COVID?
Yeah, with another consultant, and then yeah, she threw a party herself. Yeah, she hosted a party through another consultant, and then this party was her friend's party, and it was the second time I've thrown a party for her friend, and she came to this one, and I was just reaching out to make a booking. That was my first go-to. And then it ended up, she popped the question. It's like, we're getting married. She popped the question. Because she's like, you know what? I've been playing around with looking for a side hustle, you know. So, you know, in Forbes magazine, I got to find the article. Forbes magazine is saying that's like the hottest gig out there right now is a side hustle. And it, you know, if we can talk about that and play that up and just say, you know, and our gig is everybody needs kitchen stuff. So that is just like so relevant. It's just relevant to everybody.
You were so right, Kathy. And people are looking. So I'm in a direct sales group. There's a lot of them on Facebook. And I was like scrolling through, and there was so many people like, hey, who's got like an easy startup? I don't want to sell makeup. I don't want to sell, you know, anything that's changing people's health. Like, who's got something that I can do from home with my kid that, you know, doesn't, like the startup cost is less than $50. And I was like, shoot, I got one. Like, I'll send you a message, you know. So it is something that people are looking for. And I think you're right, Kathy, having the language to know what to say, you know, and I'm thinking about people that are on my team. Like, I have 3 people in the photography industry, because the photography industry took a giant flush with the pandemic. So those gals and guys are like, oh, what can I do to fill in the gap right now? You know, one of my first recruits filled in the gap for that time period that she needed it in. And then she went on and back to her business. You know, we have some people that maybe we could rescue with Pampered Chef, give them an in-between. You know, I know that summer, well, it's really funny. Her name's Autumn, but I recruited her in the summer because she's a teacher and she just is looking for a little fill in. And I think you were so right, Kathy, with using some of that language, that side hustle, that, and I know Steve has said it before with like all of his friends are getting into direct sales and what can we do? You know, and if we speak that language, it's what people are looking for. It's some of those buzzwords that they're hearing. So we need to be aware of them so that we can speak to them when we're at the party, when we're at the show, when we're creating new content on table. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's tomorrow.
Yes, I hope everybody has registered.
I hope everybody is going to lock themselves in the bathroom away from their kids and family and be like, I know I said bathroom. That's where we get our privacy usually. But like really dive into that if you can. Set apart some time, wake up early, sneak away, you know, just get a chunk of time where you can really learn it. I know that's what I'm going to be doing amongst my list of 17,000 things before the trip, but I did not promise Daniel that I wouldn't work on this trip because I really want to check out Table. I think it's going to be amazing, and something that I haven't shared in PC Unstoppables yet. But because I almost earned tier 2 of this Pampered Chef incentive destination, whatever it's called, because I was only 500 points away from that next tier, I think I'm actually might be the top salesperson for this trip. So I get to sit at the CEO's table for the gala. I get to sit with Andrew. And I'm super excited about that. And I'm like, what am I going to ask him about? So if there's anything you'd like me to ask him, let me know. I'll pass him a note during the appetizers. But another exciting thing that happened is with all the feedback that Pampered Chef asks us to give them, I'm invited to a Zoom call tomorrow with one of the field developers for products. So if you have any product ideas that you'd also like me to slip a note to them, I can do that for you. But that's one of the perks, guys, about being active, sharing, going for your dreams, that you get to be a part of some little fun things along the way. So that's why we're here. We want to encourage you and help you. Now I'm going to open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions, or, you have some goals, but you're not quite sure how to get there, the floor is open for that sort of thing.
Well, just trying to get systems in place, just being very transparent. I'm about to start ordination classes in 2 weeks, and I am terrified that my business systems are not as streamlined as they need to be, because it's if anyone who doesn't know, ordination classes are very intense. And so I need to be able to focus on the business, but not worry about the business, and be able to do what I need to do for the classes without hurting the business. And I've got brain fog everywhere. Sometimes Minnie pause. Miss Minnie's a mess. She does not always. I don't know. You're too young to relate to that, Trey. But
I have COVID brain. It's like the same thing.
Tell me about it. I've never been like this, but I am now. But I don't know. I wanted to jump in a couple times. One time I wanted to say that I don't know why I haven't done a video about why I joined Pampered Chef. I know I've done posts, and I know I've done, different versions of it, other than actually going on and doing a quick, probably 3 minutes is what Facebook wants us to do, about 3 minutes. That'll get your video seen. And as far as the systems, Soshi, I'm in the exact same spot right now. I've been kind of absent. I had a whole ton of parties booked for the first 10 days of August. And now this week it's been like, whew, breathe for a minute, and get ready for all of my upcoming fall stuff that's coming up. And I'm involved in a lot right now. So I hear you, Soshi, and I would like any advice that anyone has that's been at this a while, to keep that on your back burner. I know that we should do the power hour. I know that. But other than that, I'd love to hear some advice as well.
Okay, here's my best advice, guys, and this is going back to 25 years. Before I go to bed, I make a list. I am dead meat if I don't get this done tomorrow. This is it. This is high priority. And then maybe a couple of more items. But Steve, you'll appreciate this. We were told this. I was told this 25 years ago by probably Belinda Ellsworth. If you ask a woman to make a list, she will fill every line on the paper. If you ask a man, he will put three things. Now I'm not sure, Steve, if that's if you're in that big picture I just painted of stereotyping.
I was just thinking I could think of 3 or 4 things for tomorrow.
So, but for the rest of you, but truly make a list and what is the most important. All right, if you've got a party tomorrow, obviously that's going to be the most important. But there are so many things that we try and squeeze in that are fluff, right? That's fluff. So then years ago, I took a Franklin Covey. That was everybody, you know, for time management, you had to take a Franklin Covey class, and in person in this big, you know, auditorium with 200 other people. And one of the things they said to throw away are these. They said, do not use Post-it notes. Are you familiar with that philosophy, Kathy? Do not use Post-it notes. You write it down on your list in your Franklin Covey planner. Now, what doesn't get done today that was on your list, you transfer that and it's going to take a little bit more priority in that next day. All right. And so you have to prioritize what is most important. And, you know, this is something that I took a long time to learn, you guys. I don't have to answer my phone. If I'm in the middle of a project, I don't have to answer it. I really don't. It's not, you know, the hospital calling to tell me to come in and do neurosurgery. Emergency, right? So it's something that I can, you know, I will take care of that call and listen to it, you know, in 10 minutes or in 30 minutes when I'm done working on what I'm doing. The more times you get interrupted when you're trying to work on a project, you get fragmented and your thought pattern isn't able to flow, and your creative juices aren't able to flow because, you know, you keep getting chopped up. I hope that makes sense. That was something that took a long time because I got to get that call. Who is it? You know, and yes, I know it's important, but I have to keep you know, keep focused on what is important in the moment.
It's easier to work too when we're able to focus on one thing at a time. And I know I have, maybe it's not ADHD, maybe it's ADD, or maybe I just get bored easily, or I'm a creative person, so I don't like to do the same thing over and over. So by blocking out time, that also really helps me. But you guys know that I'm a huge Rory Vaden fan. I read his Plan to Procrastinate or Prepare to Procrastinate. I don't remember. I read them out of order. Anyway, I read his second book first. That's the one I needed in the way. And it's all about multiplying your time. So when we can do things like not manage your time, but multiply it. So make it so that you're doing something while you're not doing something, right? So we have Visly that's sending out text messages for us. We have Visly that's sending messages for us in our parties. You know, we're able to do the commenting. We're able to have a template that goes out for us. So those things are ways that we can multiply our time. So if there's anything that you can think of that you can automate, do it. Honestly, if you can do 2 things at one time, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to like pat your head and rub your tummy? Like, I can't actually do it, but if we can do something like that, then we should be doing that. So I really want to encourage you guys. This is something that I am really trying to do and get on top of, is when I put the party in the system for the day, I go and put it into the host coaching template on Visly to send out the text messages. I do that on the same day. I don't wait because I'm going to forget. I am going to forget. I am going to have the best intentions, but if I do them at the same exact time when it was booked, put it in there. Put it in there. Even if it's in November, then you know that's automatically done. You don't have to go, which did I do? Which did I didn't do? If it's just a part of what you're doing. And then another thing too is when someone orders, I'm trying to do this on a bi-weekly basis, but I'm sending out that follow-up. I'm putting them all in 2 times a week to get that follow-up message. Does that make sense? Are you understanding what I'm saying right now?
I think so.
I'm in Visly when someone orders from me from a party, I'm inserting those, 5, 6, 10 orders that I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm putting those all in on Thursday and setting up those follow-ups, because when we can batch things, we save time too, because it is more work to go, here's one order, put it on in. Here's another order, put it on in. If we can take 10 orders, put them all in together, then we've batched it and we've done about the same amount. Like we've done one time of work instead of all these little bits of time. And that's how people fall through the cracks, right? When we were trying to do it one at a time and then, oh shoot, we got behind, and now we're trying to, if we just have a schedule of every 3 days, I'm popping people into Visly. If you have a 17-year-old kid at home, if I had a 17-year-old kid at home, that would be what they were doing for me. I'd be like, here's your allowance, and every 3 days you are putting these people into Visly and setting them up. But guys, really, how much time does it take? 15 minutes?
Right.
And then you never have to worry about it again.
Hey, here's another tip when it comes to time management. And that is, and I know probably most of you do this already, and it's multitasking, but I'm going to caution you, because you don't want to multitask when you got family around, that you need to be nurturing, whether it be your husband or your kids. And that, if I'm folding clothes or if I'm emptying the dishwasher, those are mindless tasks. And I can have my headset in, and I did this not long ago. I was going back because, guys, if you wanted to listen to anything for conference, we only have until the end of the month, right? If you did want to listen to any of the breakouts or any of the workshops. So I was catching up on one that I hadn't gotten to yet, while doing that kind of thing. That's just an easy one. You probably all know to do that.
But I think too, little things like investing in Audible. Okay. So it is going to be, $15 a month, but now that $15 a month comes with this library of things that you can listen to. That's really good. It's really edifying. It's really uplifting, and listen to those on your drive to the grocery store.
Yeah.
I don't always listen to the kids' music. I'm like, okay, mama's going to listen to this while we drive to the store. And then we drive back, we can listen to Adventures in Odyssey or, some kind of music thing that they want. It's okay for them to listen to some of your uplifting, encouraging, good self-help stuff. That's not bad.
No.
Anything else? I know, Soshi, I'm going to be spending some time with you, helping you kind of get Visly hooked up. We are also still looking at Project Broadcast, because so many people are looking at that as a possible way to text people. If we're finding that we want to do more things that Visly can't do, maybe we will look at something else that will be better for us. But for now, we are on Visly because it's cheaper. It's $10 a month for us to be able to post in our parties, and we're going to be able to text. And I think it's a really good way to kind of tiptoe into automation. And Visly is still asking me for advice on how they want to change things. So for the time being, I think this is a good place for us to be.
Hey, Trey, I do want to congratulate Soshi, because she has been working with someone through texting, and she sent me a screenshot of the objection for joining Pampered Chef right now. And Soshi, I know I sent you 5 or 6 different potential replies to her. And that was just this today. So where are you right now?
Well, I sent the one about, because I know how busy she is, about it only taking, 15 minutes. And she said that we talk more about it after her party was over.
Okay, all right. But the important thing is that she's still open, right, to the idea. And she's having a multi-day party right now, right?
Yes, she is.
Okay. And so she doesn't fully understand what this express party could look like.
No, well, she was in one with one of her friends. Not through me, but her friend did one with another consultant, and she said she didn't like that.
Okay. But maybe she didn't make that, maybe that consultant wasn't effective, right? Maybe she wasn't entertaining, maybe she wasn't whatever, and we all know that you will be much better than whatever she saw before.
I was going to say, and that was the main reason why she said she made sure she booked with me. She said, you're a lot of fun. Okay. And
you can be a lot of fun in an express party too.
Hello.
So,
and table.
And I want it, what, Trey?
I was just gonna say, with table, there's so many different options too, and we're getting some really great feedback. I just talked with my accountability partner, and she said it's so different than a Facebook party. It's like all the best qualities of a Facebook party. That's what table is.
Well, then you guys, you got to know this. Kathy, her recruit's first party is tomorrow. Her express party, and Kathy helped her set up the party on the website today, and we worked together with sending her different what to put on her Facebook page and what words to use to invite, and she's got over 20 people on the express party.
That's amazing. Yep. Hey, Kathy, do you have our new consultant checklist board?
I think I do. You made that, right?
I did. Yes. I just want to remind you that it's there so you can use it if you want to, or pull what you like from it. I know I'm helping Lynette launch Melissa, and we are utilizing that too. And
hey, Melissa was on Karen's 9 a.m. call this morning, and she said she was really feeling overwhelmed. So I hope that you and Lynette are, working closely with her, because she's military, you guys, and her husband just came home from Korea for being gone for, I don't know how long. He just came home Saturday night. So she's really feeling overwhelmed, trying to get her business started with him just walking in the front door.
I was going to say, she did sound like I was praying for her, because I could just hear with every sentence the wave of anxiety kind of getting to her.
Yeah. I don't feel like we've done anything too overwhelming, but I do think if you're the kind of person who likes to have all the information up front, then that's a lot of information.
Yeah.
So, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And this is a learning process for me too. We are all learning how to be better leaders and better communicators. And I know that's something that Pampered Chef has really helped me with, is my communication. And I'm just excited for all the ways that you guys are going to grow personally. As you're stepping into leadership roles, you're going to be, working with people that are different than you, and, learning what others need. And how to give what they need to them in the bite sizes that they need as well. Because I'm a very excited person, and I just rush into everything and do all the things, and I just thrive in that. So it's a really good learning experience for me to know that, how to help someone else.
Hey, you guys, when I joined with Karen, she dropped the kid off at my house. Back then we could have a kid in our home.